الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهد له فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد يا معشر المسلمين. As we come to a benefit, Bismillahi ta'ala, we want to remind ourselves with a tremendous reminder. We want to mention the affair in regards to following your conscience, following that which you are certain of, that which your conscience tells you. As it is mentioned, the definition of righteousness in Islam is to have good character, a sincere inward disposition, and a pure heart that motivates one to do good deeds. Through this moral faculty, one can recognize sin by how it affects the heart. One can recognize sin on how it affects the heart. So if a believer is uncomfortable or he is hesitant to perform a deed and would be ashamed for people to see him doing it, then this is a strong indication that the deed is sinful. This is a strong indication that this deed is sinful, because this person, he doesn't want the people to see him doing that particular thing. As it is mentioned, النووي ماذا النواس ibn Sam'an, he reported the messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said al-bir, he said righteousness, حسن خلق والإثم ما حق في صدرك. He said righteousness is good character, and sin is what wavers in your heart and you hate for people to find out about it. And this is connected in Sahih Muslim. نعم يا أيها الناس, that it is mentioned البر حسن الخلق والإثم ما حق في صدرك وكرهت أن يطلع ماذا يطلع عليه الناس أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. That righteousness is good character, and sin is what wavers in your heart, and you hate for people to find out about it. You don't want the people to know about the sins that you have committed. So you keep it hidden from them. So this entails that this is a sin. This entails that this is something that is wrong, something that is not right, or something that wavers in your chest. So this is an indication for the Muslim that this is a sin. As it is mentioned, Abu Umama reported, a man asked the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what is faith? So the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, if you are happy with your good deeds and saddened by your evil deeds, then you are a believer. So this is Iman. This is Iman, that the person, he feels saddened by the evil deeds that he has committed. If the person feels some kind of way about that, if he is sad about the things that he has done, then he still has some traces of Iman within him. He still has some goodness in him. Naam ya ayyuhal ikhwa. So this is something that is important, and we need to concentrate on our heart. We need to give it its attention. Pay attention to the heart, because the heart, it gives off signals and vibrations, and it communicates with the person, and it tells the person this is not right, that is not right. So it is upon the individual to rectify his heart. So the man, he said, O Messenger of Allah, what is sin? So the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, إذا حق في نفسك في شيء أو في شيء قدعوا إذا حق في نفسك شيء قدعوا. If something wavers in your heart, then you should abandon it. If something it wavers in your heart, you know this is not right. I'm feeling, I'm feeling some kind of way. Something is not right about this situation. Your conscience speaks to you. Your heart communicates with you. It speaks with you. So you should follow it. As you hear individuals, they say, follow your heart. Naam, as this statement, it holds weight. It is true that the Muslim, he should follow his heart. If something wavers in your soul, إذا حق في نفسك شيء قدعوا. قال عليه الصلاة والسلام, if something wavers in your heart, then you should abandon it. And it says, in the Musnad of Ahmed, and this is rated to be sahih. وكذلك يا أيها الناس, Ibn Mas'ud رضي الله عنه, may Allah be pleased with him, it is mentioned that he said sin is what disturbs the heart. And al-ism, that the sin, it is what disturbs the heart. So the heart, as I mentioned, that it gives off signals and it tells the person that something is not right, that the situation is not right. And this is also collected in Zuhud Lihanad, rahimahullah. So the believers do not reach the heights of Iman until they abandon deeds that are doubtful and dubious. So if our hearts and minds are in doubt about a certain deed, then we should not do it. As you find some statements of individuals, they said, man, I knew I shouldn't have went down there. I knew I should never did that. Something told me not to do that. Something told me not to say that. That was their conscience. That was their heart speaking to them. But they ignored their heart. They ignored their conscience. And they followed their inclinations. Al-Hasan ibn Ali radiallahu anhu, he reported the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, Da'u, leave what makes you doubt. Da'u, leave that which makes you doubt for what does not make you doubt. Really, truth brings peace of mind. The truth, فإن صدق تطمئنة وإن كذب يعني, and as for the falsehood, it sows doubt. So it is mentioned, leave that which makes you doubtful for that which does not make you doubt. Really the truth, it brings peace of mind, and falsehood sows doubt. Naam ya ayyuhan nas. So as we breeze through this affair of the heart and leaving off that which makes you doubt, and then also that the Muslim, he should follow his conscience, follow his heart, as we all mention this affair, as we take some time between Maghrib and Isha to mention some benefit, inshallah ta'ala. And as we mention this, leave what makes you doubt for what does not make you doubt. Really the truth brings peace of mind, and falsehood sows doubt. You can find that in Sunan, and the Sunan of Madha al-Tamiddi. And this is rated to be sahih. As it is mentioned in Umar radiallahu anhu, he said, the servant will not reach the reality of piety until he abandons what wavers in his heart. The servant will not reach the reality of piety until he abandons what's in his heart, what's in the heart of the individual of doubt and misconception and falsehood and all of that which creates doubt and sin. So this is what wavers in a person's heart. as Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu, he has mentioned this. And you can find this in Sahih Bukhari. As it is mentioned in Arabic, لا يبلغ عبد حقيقتي أو حقيقة تقوى حتى يدعو ما حق في صدري وما حق في صدري. نعم. كما قال رضي الله عنه. As we mentioned it, but we just want to mention the Arabic, but was translated to mean, as we mentioned, that the servant would not reach the reality of piety until he abandons what wavers in his heart. So we just wanted to reiterate this, because this is something that is serious, and also this is something that many people are faced with on a day-to-day basis, of doubts and sin in the heart, doubt that's in the heart, and all kinds of corruption that lingers and wavers in the person's heart. So the moral conscience is part of the natural fitrah that Allah Azza wa Jalla embedded within the human soul. The divine revelation only activates the moral awareness and inherent within people. The religion builds upon this natural moral awareness and refines it with wisdom and instruction. As Allah Azza wa Jalla, He mentions in Surah Al-Rum, He says, فَأَقِيمُوا وَجَهَكَ لِلَّذِينَ حنيفا فطرة الله التي فطر الناس عليها لا تبديل لخلق الله ذلك الدين القيم ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون. As Allah Azza wa Jalla, He mentions in Surah Al-Rum, He says, direct your face towards the religion, inclining to the truth, adhering to the nature of Allah Azza wa Jalla, adhering to the nature of Allah upon which He has created all people. No change should there be in the creation of Allah. That is the correct religion, but most of the people do not know. So this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has constantly refers to goodness as al-ma'ruf, all that which is good, a peace of mind, yani a sound heart, which literally this yani al-ma'ruf, it means the good that is well known and recognized. The good that is well known and recognized, all that which is good. And also, in contrast, evil is referred to as the munkar, which literally it means evil that is unknown and rejected. As Ibn Rajab, rahimahullah, he mentions in his Jami' al-Ulum wal-Hikam, نعم, he mentions وَلِهَذَا سَمَى اللَّهُ مَا أَمْرَ بِهِ مَعْرُوفًا وَمَا نَهِي عَنْهُ مُنْكَرًا. He said, for this reason Allah has named what He commanded as well. He has named what He has commanded as well known, yani al-ma'ruf, and what He prohibited as unknown, which is al-munkar. نعم يا أيها الناس. وقال جل وعلا في كتابه الكريم, He says, وَقُولُوا لَهُمْ قَوْلًا مَعْرُوفًا, and say to them an appropriate kind words. Al-ma'ruf, kind words, it is all that is well known to be good. Good speech, كَلِمَةُ الطَّيِّبِ وَعَمَلُ الصَّالِحِ, and all righteous good deeds, it is well known, is known to be good. وَصَدَقَةً وَصِلَةُ الرَّحَمِ, and being yani kind to one's family members, and being kind to one's neighbor, and being gentle in speech and action, and giving a salam to those who you know and to those who you do not know. All of this entails al-ma'ruf. وَمَاذَا وَالْمُنْكَرُ, all that which entails munkar is that which Allah has prohibited. وَغِيبَةً and namima, slandering and backbiting, false tales, yani harming individuals with speech and action, and cursing individuals, and hitting and stealing and harming individuals. وَهَكَذَا وَهَكَذَا يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسِ. All of that which is munkar, it is something that Allah has made prohibited. And all that which is good and wholesome, ma'ruf, it is well known. It is something that is known to be good. So, it is mentioned that this word al-ma'ruf in this context are understood to be a good word in righteousness. So the general meaning allows believers to use their instinct to determine the best thing to say. Would they encounter a similar situation? In other words, do what you know in your heart and mind it is right, that is right. Follow your conscience, follow your heart, do that which you know to be good. Do that which you know to be right. Say that which you are certain of and it is known that it is right. And moreover, part of the natural instinct in people is to feel a sense of guilt and shame and regret when they do something wrong. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this part of the human being. He created the human soul. And He swears an oath by it to draw our attention to it. وقال جل وعلا في الكتاب الكريم ولا أقسم بالنفس اللوامة. Allah He mentions, and I swear by the self-approaching soul. And this is in Surah Al-Qiyamah, 75 ayat 2. So the human heart, it blames itself when it commits an evil deed, or blames itself for failing to perform a good deed. Naam ya ayyuhan nas. So as we mentioned, follow your heart, follow your conscience, listen to your heart, ya ayyuhan nas. As Ikrimah explained the meaning of self-reproaching soul, he says, rahimahullah, talumu ala al-khayr wa shar. He said it blames itself for good and evil. The soul, it blames itself for good and evil. And Al-Mujahid, rahimahullah, he mentions in regards to the soul as well, تندم على ما فت وتلوم عليه. أقوم قال رحمه الله, it regrets what it missed and blames itself. So it is mentioned, the human conscience, it is a natural sense of justice and righteousness. And in the voice that people should listen to when making judgments. Before you open your mouth to say something about a person, make sure that you follow your conscience, follow your heart. Is this something that is right to do? Or are you following other individuals who make statements about people? So it is mentioned, follow your inner voice, follow your heart, follow your conscience, your inner voice that people should listen to when making judgments in their daily lives, feelings of guilt and regret and shame, or doubt, or strong indications that a particular deed is sinful, and likewise feelings of tranquility and satisfaction and peace of mind are the results of doing good deeds. Naam ya ayyuhan nas. So, and likewise, all of that which is ma'ruf, as we mentioned, of tranquility, when a person is upon goodness, he's upon khayr. He is rushing in the obedience of Allah. Ta'atillah, hirs ala ta'atillah. He is rushing in the obedience of Allah. He feels good feelings of tranquility and satisfaction and peace of mind. All of that results of good deeds. As Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentions in his Madaraj al-Salikin, he says, وَفِي صَفْحٍ وَالْعَافُ وَالْحِلْمِ من الحلاوة وماذا وتمنعين والسكينة والشرف النفسي والشرف النفس وشرف النفس وعزها ورفعتها أن تشافعها بانتقام. وكما قال رحمه الله تعالى, he mentions clemency and forgiveness and forbearance, or the sweetness of iman and peace of mind and tranquility, as well as the nobility of the soul, its honor and its ascent, and it is rather in its ascent over satisfaction with revenge. So this is that which lingers and wavers in a person's heart. As we mentioned, that the person should follow his conscience, to follow your heart. If you know that this is a sin, then you should abandon it. And if you feel that this is something that is good, then you should race towards it. You should race towards the good. So it is mentioned, Abu Saad reported, I said, O Messenger of Allah, tell me what is lawful and unlawful for me. So the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, righteousness is serenity in the soul, and bir ma sakinatu ilayhi nafsu. It is serenity in the soul. وتمعن عليه قلوب والإثم ما لم تسكن إليه نفسه. It is mentioned, righteousness is sincerity in the soul and peace of mind in the heart. And sin is not comfortable in the soul. That the sin, it is not ماذا comfortable in the soul. ولم ماذا يطمئن إليه قلوب. وإن أفتك نفس وإن أفتك إلى الآخر. ماذا? Righteousness and sincerity in the soul, and the peace of mind in the heart. And sin is not comfortable in the soul, and not satisfying to the heart. Even if the judge, or even if individuals make a ruling, or gives an approval, even if individuals approve of that particular statement, or even if individuals, a group of people, move on that statement, or follow that particular ruling, and you know that something is not right within your heart, then this is a sin, because it wavers in your chest, it wavers in your heart. Something is not right about the situation. And this is what we will start with, inshallah ta'ala, because we are approaching Isha, so we want to just come with a benefit, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Hopefully, we can finish the rest of what we mentioned, but this is suffice, it is sufficient what we mentioned, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to benefit from what we heard. wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallam tasliman kathira. Any mistake that I have made was from myself, and whatever that was of benefit was from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. حياكم الله جميعا.